Few things spark more passionate and intense conversation than a memorable, perhaps even controversial, ending to a great film. Here we are going to highlight and analyze 5 such endings. They are unranked and in chronological order. Are they the 5 greatest endings of all time? Not necessarily, but they are memorable and they do inspire discussion. And the best thing about conceding that they aren't necessarily the 5 best leaves room, of course, for more. Are any of these among the 5 greatest? The debate is open. The ending to Orson Welles' magnum opus is a classic for a reason, and the line "Rosebud is a sled" has become synonymous with the concept of a spoiler. Does Rosebud explain who Charles Foster Kane was? Can one thing define a person? After spending 2 hours trying to find out why Rosebud was the last thing he said, are we disappointed? We shouldn't be. As many of the characters tell the journalist searching for who or what Rosebud is, Charlie just wanted to be loved. He is scarred when his mother, upon becoming rich, sends him away to be raised by a banker and educated in the East so that he can one day inherit the fortune and be responsible for it. But it costs him his parents and his childhood, and he spends the rest of his life wondering if people like him for who he is or for what he has. Money does not buy happiness. Welles, like F. Scott Fitzgerald before him with The Great Gatsby, has us meditate upon the idea that the American dream has become a pursuit of wealth, possessions, and power at the expense of the things that actually matter.
Hey, look, a jigsaw puzzle.
We got a lot of those.
What's Rosebud?
That's what he said when he died.
What did you find out about him, Jerry?
Not much, really.
What have you been doing all this time?
Playing with a jigsaw puzzle? Maybe Rosebud was something he couldn't get or something he lost. I guess Rosebud is just a piece in a jigsaw puzzle. A missing piece.
Casablanca, beyond being the most quotable of all movies, has an ending that punches you in the gut, yet makes you happy at the same time. Humphrey Bogart's Rick is a misanthropic loner whose club in Casablanca is filled with refugees looking to somehow get home as World War II rages around them. In the opening months of the war, his heart was shattered in Paris by Ingrid Bergman's Ilsa, who, out of all the gin joints in all the world, shows up in his. Can they get back together, despite the fact that the husband she believed dead has not only returned, but he's a hero and a great guy to boot? We find out in snippets that Bogey has a big heart too, which is revealed in full when he does the right thing and sends Ilsa away with her husband as the Nazis are closing in on him. Rick and the police captain walk away into the fog to form a beautiful friendship. Perfect.
I don't understand. What about you?
I'm staying here with him till the plane gets safely away.
No, Rich.
Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work, the thing that keeps him going.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. But it doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. He's looking at you, kid.
Welcome back to the fight. This time I know our side will win.
Bye, Rick. God bless you.
Well, I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
Put that phone down. Get me the radio tower. Put it down.
Round up the usual suspects.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Any debate that is already raging must surely be paused so that Planet of the Apes can be included. Charlton Heston pounding his fist on the beach and damning the man who blew up the world really might be the greatest ending of all time. The film opens with American astronauts landing on a planet run by talking apes who treat the world's humans, who are incapable of speech, as lower creatures worthy of medical experimentation. It's a beautiful piece of satire. The apes now have all the hubris, and they are as guilty of ignoring inconvenient truths as their real-world human counterparts in 1968. The Twilight Zone creator Rod Serling co-wrote the script and conceived of the ending. In the novel upon which the film is based, the astronauts really do land on a new planet. Serling's ending is exponentially more powerful. Heston's Taylor has been home all along, transported into the future as the inheritor of a world destroyed by ancestors incapable of avoiding the violence inherent in their nature.
Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn.
Where will you go?
To start with, I'll follow the shoreline and my nose.
All my life I've awaited your coming and dreaded it.
You're afraid of me and you hate me. Why?
Because you're a man. He must be a warlike creature who gives battle to everything around him. The Forbidden Zone was once a paradise. No, no, no! Wait! Wait! Let him go!
What will he find out there, Doctor?
His destiny.
I'm home. All the time. We finally really did it. You maniacs! You blew it up! God damn you all to hell!
John Carpenter's The Thing was misunderstood and underappreciated upon its 1982 release, but it has since come to be embraced as a classic and one of the great remakes of all time. A group of American researchers in Antarctica, through Norwegian counterparts, is led to an alien entity that has been discovered buried in the ice, where it has sat frozen for thousands of years, waiting to be found and thawed. The researchers soon learn that this entity can, given enough time, replicate and replace any organism with which it comes into contact. If it somehow finds civilization, it will mean the end of humanity. What follows is a classic study of paranoia, and soon nobody on the base trusts anybody else. Is anyone actually who they seem to be? After characters fall one by one as if they're in an Agatha Christie novel, Kurt Russell seemingly blows up the alien in its present form, but by the time he escapes the burning building, is he still human, or has he been replaced? When Keith David's character emerges as the only other man left alive, is he still human, or an alien copy? There is no escape from the sub-zero cold, and all they can do is fall asleep and freeze to death. When they are eventually found, what will be discovered, or thawed? John Carpenter's answer is a beating musical score and a fade to black.
You the only one who made it?
Where were you, Charles?
Thought I saw Blair.
Fire's got the temperature up all over the camp.
Won't last long, though.
Neither will we.
How will we make it?
Maybe we should.
If you're worried about me,
If we've got any surprises for each other, I don't think we're in much shape to do anything about it.
what do we do?
Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
No Country for Old Men is a bleak, very faithful adaptation of Cormac McCarthy's novel of the same name. The engine powering the story is straight out of Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. One of the stories is The Pardoner's Tale, in which the theme of greed being the root of all evil is explicitly stated. Josh Brolin's character, stumbling upon a drug deal gone wrong, finds a suitcase full of money amid a pile of dead bodies. Once he takes it, it's only a matter of time before the devil comes calling, and he does in the form of Javier Bardem, whose mercenary character seems more like evil and death personified than an actual person. Tommy Lee Jones, as the local sheriff, tries to keep Brolin alive and find him before death does, but he fails. It's a brilliant and daring move by filmmakers Joel and Ethan Coen, who stay faithful to McCarthy's book and have the hero die, off screen it should be noted, while the bad guy gets away. The sheriff simply quits. He does not understand the world anymore. It is indeed No Country for Old Men, a line lifted from the beginning of William Butler Yeats's poem, Sailing to Byzantium. In the final scene, Tommy Lee Jones tells his wife about 2 dreams he had the night before. Both involved his father, also a lawman. In the second, his father is carrying a fire and a horn, light and goodness. He is carrying it forward, emblematic of the future. Jones says he knows that when he catches up with his father, he will be there, and the fire will be there. Good will always triumph. Jones does not just want to escape an old and failing body, as Yeats did, but a world that has changed to the point he does not recognize it. The past is the past. Times have changed. It is no country for old men.
How'd you sleep?
I don't know. Had dreams. 2 of them, both had my father in them. It's peculiar. The second one, it was like we was both back in the older times, going through this pass in the mountains. It was cold, and it rode past me and kept on going. Never said nothing going by, just rode on past. When he rode past, I seen he was carrying fire in a horn, the way people used to do. He's fixing to make a fire somewhere out there in all that dark and all that cold. And I knew that whenever I got there, he'd be there. Then I woke up.